Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
National Football League. Brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. On the visiting sideline, it's Kyle Shanahan, who's gotten the Niners to the Super Bowl twice during his tenure, each time knocked off by Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down.
That's really...
Well, now, Kyle Shanahan not happy with that last call, and he's going to put out that red challenge flag. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a first down. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. First and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he's in! George Kittle! Touchdown, 49ers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he's going to give his guys a short... set up to throw. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll throw out of the gun. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there. And it works out as they convert on fourth down.
46-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Hubbard. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Another run here with Hubbard. There he goes. Inside the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Ready up!
A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Correndo. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up.
14 more yards.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. But it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge, unsuccessful, and they are out of challenges now for the remainder of the game. They'll run with Hubbard, and he will dive into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown San Francisco. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Brings up second and 8.
They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
And the 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff. Hubbard heading right. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. Just shy of midfield. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it here with Hubbard. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking third down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. Second and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it third and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They're going to go jet sweep on third down. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try, and the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They will take... Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
What can they do here? This is third and forever. Now they'll set up to throw. Left side in the hands of Rice. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Oh, they're open in a flash, and he lost the football. At least he was able to get back on it himself. But it was fourth down, so they have turned it over on down. Metcalf, the motion man. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
At the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The rookie out of Georgia, Michael Williams. The first-round pick making an instant impact, a sack here in the season opener. This a must-stop for this defense, facing third and long. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 49ers.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. What? Here's a toss, right side. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
It's a loss of 4.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he will get into the end zone. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Seattle. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return is Ricky Pearsall. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Niners offense back onto the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So, in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Back to throw.
First down, San Francisco.
Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, 49ers.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
They'll look to throw yet again. It's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man at the 6. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. To the goal line and in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This is short kick, returnable from the 13. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 8 15 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
44-yard line.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. 380. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.
Here are a player's motivations. How well your team... This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what ability.
Saints fans, line up the dome and welcome your New Orleans Saints.
On the visitor's sideline, Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. His guys falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. Across from him, the Saints head coach Kellen Moore. His guys This game will start with a throw on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 45 yards. And the 49er first down.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Now this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. Now it's going to be third down. He'll look to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
C.D. Lamb.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
49er first down. A gain of 14. First down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one, take it in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his first touchdown of the new year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 35. Here comes the 2nd and 5. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Lamb. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's first and 10.
49er, first down.
That is incomplete. There's no way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
intended for CD.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he gets the hook up with Rice. 17 yards on that connection. First down, 49.
17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Back to the air one more time. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
And the 49ers.
They'll look to pick up the pace.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, San Francisco. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking any...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to...
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Second and 10. That's down the field for Lamb. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Downfield, got him in, and he's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the safety, Julian Blackman.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction. steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Intended for
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10.